October 5th, doing this on the smartphone, so we have a way to get it done without making things too complicated. Having patience, having fun, excited about learning video editing and more of the technology and everything, though not getting hung up on it, because it's about the message and that's what this is about. So that's why we just doing the cell phone. We just get it out because it's about the message. People are feeling things, and it's interesting. So that's what I feel called to speak about, really. What's the energy in the morning? How are you really starting your day? And a lot of times we jump into chaotic energy. We just go into this automatic pattern and emotions and everything, because I've been driving around during rush hours, right? Why do they call them rush hours? Why is everybody rushing? Where are you rushing to? You're rushing to a place that you don't really like, but you feel obligated to go to because it's a way that you have become accustomed to make a living and to get out of the comfort zone. And that's what I'm excited for myself in really building the fortune, building the dream. Something I've always had a lot of ambition for, and getting untangled with everybody because that's what's really going on. I'm going to be not going in rush hour. I've always that's what attracted me with poker is building a schedule that is different than everybody else. So I'm not going to the store when everybody else is going. I'm not driving when everybody else is driving because there's just so much chaotic energy. There's just so much like frustration. There's so much anger. There's so much disappointment. There's so much discouragement. We're all fighting ourselves and we're lost, and so we're fighting each other. We think that we have to put our frustrations, we have to, and that's the part of okay, the healing journey, embracing your healing journey. What I'm doing for myself, watching the inner dialogue and everything, and this is the power of the healing journey. Because maybe you've heard this before. That's great, good for you. But if you're trying to put me down, like, how well do you understand? That's not what this is about. And it's on another level. If you've heard about it, great, but how well can you articulate it? How well can you teach it? We're all on our own healing journey. So the more that you're focusing on yourself, the more that you can make growth inside of your life. And that's what I'm focused on inside of my life. I'll share people I encounter with, people that are brought to me in my life. I'll share and everything. Getting to a point where I'm just going to be handing out business cards. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm going to say. Like, I'm not going to say things if I don't have to say things, if I don't feel like I have to say things, because um, it's just a part of, okay, here's my business card. We're all trying to do like all different things and everything. And I have nothing against anybody at all. And that's the key concept right there. To make peace inside yourself, to really focus on what you want to do, because ultimately, like, we all have to make a living in life to be able to live in society. And the fact is that it's easy to be employed. It's easy. It's very difficult to be an entrepreneur, the one who creates the opportunities, the one who taps into that infinite potential, to that part inside of themselves, and pushes through while everybody else is, that's so easy. And that's what you have to be careful with. Getting caught up and entangled in those types of things, there's nothing against it at all. But like, what are you really doing? You know, because come 5 o'clock, it's like everybody is just, then they're happy. They're happy. They forget that they spent a whole week doing something that they don't like, and now they feel free um, to do whatever they want. But what is life? What is life? What do you really want? And to do nothing, like, that's not fulfilling. That's not fun. To just go out and cause trouble and look for trouble and blame things and criticize things, like that's not kosher. That's not kosher. So I'm not partaking in that. I've never been one to partake in that. Um, that's part of my journey. Is my whole life people have been trying to make me into a problem. People have been trying to make me into trouble, but I'm not a troublemaker. I don't choose to be a troublemaker. I choose peace, and that's actually one of my biggest desires ever that I've been dealing with in my life. And I've gotten to a level where I understand the energy and I feel it and I understand it and I know how to respond properly in peace and not be affected by it. And that's what I help people with. So I'm just gonna be like handing out the business card. I'll make like a landing page and be like, hey, like this explains like what I do, who I am. If you want to work with me, there's your chance. Otherwise, have a nice day. I'm gonna continue moving on. That's the spiritual path. Don't look back. There's no look back. I'm just gonna like take out the rear view mirror. I'm not gonna worry about it. If you hit me, like that's you hitting me. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna look at you. I don't have to pay you mind. I don't have to pay you attention. Especially with people who don't want to pay for my services. If you don't want to pay for my services, that's fine. Um, I don't have to pay attention to you. I don't have to focus on you, because a lot of times that's what we're doing is it's just a big call for help, right? It's a big call for help. A lot of times it's just like you want somebody else to forgive you for what you need to forgive yourself. And somebody can forgive you. You can be pardoned by somebody else, and maybe that gives you a temporary pass, but ultimately, at one point in time, you're going to have to find the forgiveness inside of yourself. And that's another key concept that we'll finish off with today's video, is really the importance of being kind in today's world. That forgiveness is it's a form of insurance in a lot of different ways, because it seems like we're kind of taking things really, really, really personal, and we have to be careful, understanding like become more patient with where you're going. You don't need to go into a rush to get to where you need to be. That's causing a lot of harm, disharmony, and that could create karma that can come back to you. Like being kind, being patient, is very, very important. And that's like what I do throughout my day, because people try to like cut me off and all this type of stuff. And so it's like, okay, like, okay, I stop, let go. You go ahead. If you have to go, go ahead. If you're trying to get in my way, I'm not going to let you get in my way. I'm just going to change course. I'm just going to clear the obstacles, because there's nothing in my way. So you're only trying to get in your own way. And if you want help, I'm here for you. If not, have a nice day. Goodbye. I'm going to continue to move on my journey. I know where I'm going. I know it's done. I trust. So it's just having patience, having fun along the way. This is the part. You can blame me, you can do this, you can do that, but ultimately you're just blaming yourself. Because I'm here to be a reflection, to be a that's my biggest desire. It's just really like my life vision. It's just like so you gotta find that balance inside of yourself where you're not like perfectionist of trying to please people and stay out of people's way, but there is a part of that there's nothing here to criticize. A lot of times we're looking for things to criticize. We're filled with anger, we're filled with all these emotions, and we're trying to justify it by looking outside of ourselves and looking for a problem outside of ourselves. That's a huge, 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 huge teaching. What if there was no problem? What if everything was okay? How exciting would life be? Because a lot of us, we just get excited about problems. And we wake up, it's like, what kind of problems can I find today? What kind of problems can I create today? What kind of trouble? So yeah, rid that stuff. Get inspired by potential. Get inspired by who you can become in everything. And for me, that's paramount, because I feel that I have a lot of potential, in this reality and this world and this embodiment, and it's up to me to be able to make that happen, to realize that inside of myself, and it's up to me to not let other people affect me or anything. It's up to me to communicate and let people know that I can help. This is how I can help, but I'm not here to take on your issues. I'm not here to take on your problems. And what about self-worth? Like, how much is healing worth for you? We're going to be getting into this. That could be the next video. So we're getting this done. This is a beautiful, beautiful value. A lot of times we take things for granted, when the reality is we're here for a miracle. So your very first thought should be, thank you for this life. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this breath. May you have a blessed day. Master Shane.